A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korea Women's Open Golf Championship. This, of course, is going to be a big one here today. It's a 4-day event. Keep in mind the fact that Kim Ga-hui, too, pretty much finished top of the heap with 4 under. And then you've got, of course, that quintet that sits led by Ko Ji-won with 2 under in tied second. It's going to be an interesting one right here at the Lakewood Country Club based in Yeongju, South Korea. Now, let's not forget, temperature has been about 26 degrees Celsius. It feels like 27. Normally, perfect conditions would be between 22 to 26 for most golfers. Not too hot, not too cold. But wind, of course, has a light westerly breeze blowing of about 6 to 7 kilometers per hour. Bit of a cloud cover. There's a chance of light rain later in the evening. Keep in mind the fact that this is the, afternoon, and most of the, dew sweepers have pretty much finished their efforts and headed back to their hotel rooms, or they would be at the clubhouse. So for us, let's very quickly remind you that this is another big event in terms of prize money, 1.5 billion Korean won. It comes right on the heels of the Celtrian Queens Masters, which was played on the 7th of June. That was the finale, the final round. And Seokyo Rim, of course, won that. So very interesting. Also, don't forget that the Soyup Bank MBN Ladies Open was won by Park Min-ji, which was a 20th Korea title, and that was on the 31st of May. And the Evon Charity Open on the 24th of May, which is a 1 billion Korean event, was won by Jaravi Boonchant, and that was the first ever win. And that's pretty much keeps kind of pace with another win that we saw from Lee Shu-ying late last year when she won the Happiness Country Club Open. So to get a Thai talent winning in here, Jaravi Boonchant has done well. Now it's Oh Soo-min onto a second stroke for hole 10. Well, she certainly had to follow that through, literally, to find out if she's flown the green, and she has. Got herself onto the rough. Not too much of a worry, but on the rough, she's on a bit of a downward incline. She's going to need to chip that really well to get it close to the hole, or to finish with a birdie. Seokyo Rim onto her second stroke. Remember, this is in a way, this is a, sophomore event. I'm not going to say year, because she won the Celtrian Masters. Much is expected from her, especially if she's in form. So just to run you by, the winners that we've had this year, we've had Lim Jin-young, who took the Rejuran Championship, then Ko Ji-won, Kim Min-sol, Kim Min-sun, Lee Won, Yoo Hyun-jo, Kim Hyo-ju, Bang Shin-sil, Jaravi Boonchant, Park Min-ji, and Seokyo Rim. Now, Bang Shin-sil will tee off for hole 10. Don't forget that, Bang Shin-sil did win the Doosan match play on the 17th of May. Now, I have to say this, and this is very important. You've got to keep this in mind. Not a single golfer this year in the KLPGA has actually won 2 events. And I think that's a bit of a, story. It's still just about the mid-season. We've got a lot of events this will go. But just to keep that in the loop, it's a bit of a change, as sometimes you see, like Lee won by the end of May, would have won 3 events. Kim Min-sol tees off for hole 10. Remember, she won the IM Financial Group Open on the 12th of April. Got a couple of strong golfers in there today who, can make the difference. 132 participated. Remember, that gets halved as the days go on. Lee Dong-gyun, last year's winner, the defending champion, literally. She tees off for hole number 10. Had a 13 under score last year. And, it's really nice to see Dong-gyun, back in the fray here. So last year she finished with a 13 under to win this tournament. She's the defending champion. Kim Shi-yoon finished just one behind her with 12 under in second position, and Wang Yumin took the second runners-up with an 8 under score. There's a bit of a difference. It was the DB Open last year. The prize money was 1.2 billion. This year, the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korean Women's Open Golf Championship has upped that to 1.5 billion Korean won. That's 982,456 US dollars, as compared to last year's 785,965 US dollars. Sorry, 785,965 US dollars. So it's a big increase, $200,000 if you're looking at it from that viewpoint. Oh Soo-min needs to get out of the rough. Had to chip that well. And birdies might be out of the question, but it's all about now salvaging those points, avoiding those bogeys. On. It's 11th hole, the third effort, 97 meters, the approach shot, and this will matter for her. Guyong. Here for hole 12. He's gone into the 6 iron, par 3 for the asking. And it's straight on to the beach. Bit of a suntan at 26 degrees. It's not going to burn the skin too much. Seokyu Rim aiming for birdie on hole number 10. It's an interesting time for her because she's kind of peaked, right at the before we could actually hit the mid-season. And let's not forget that the Celtrion Queen's Masters was the first KLPGA win. So all said and done, it is looking like it's going to be a very, very bright, a season. And if there are winners, now we have one story to write about. Seokyu Rim has been one of them. Jarabi Boonchant has been another. Seokyu Rim looks to finish on par. She's at 3 over currently. And she's just avoided the bogey there. Just a little bit distracted as she took that shot, but she's taken it all the same. Just wondering whether there was a word from her caddy at that time. The turn to look back. Oh Soo-min looks to finish on par for hole number 10. That's well played. Kimmonson 7. It's going to be a third effort for hole 11. This approach will matter. Well, just a bit too much of club, I think, on that. She's got herself pretty far from, the tin cup for the time being. And while it's over to Bang Shin-sil. Her second effort for hole 10. Got herself baggy slacks, not very different. A bit chilled out today. Bang Shin-sil, decently played, puts herself onto the green. It's over to Lee Dong-gyun. Her approach for hole 10 will matter. She's going in with a 9-iron. Needs to power that through 136 meters. Excellent form as always. Got herself onto the green, bit of a distance from her, well, destination mark, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. She'll be fairly pleased with that. I would put it down to being probably one of the youngest and still one of the taller players on the tour, Kim Min-sol. Second effort for hole 10. Seong with her second effort, just outside carpet area. Seok Rim will tee off for hole 11. It's a par 5, 475 meters, quite the distance. Some men will go next. Just practicing a swing. Min-ju will aim for birdie on hole number 12. Needs to, well, time this and just get the right amount of a push on it. That ball's traveling. Well, almost does it. Almost does it. Kim Min-sol will aim for birdie on hole number 10. Remember, she needs to cover a good bit of distance. Won her second event, well, this year. The first event was, there we've got a bit of joy. The first event was actually the Dongbu Construction Korea Championship on the 4th of October 2025. That was, sorry, her second win on the KLPGA. Her first one was the BC Card Hankyung Ladies Cup on the 24th of August. So she had a very good 2025. 2026, she won her third event with the IM Financial Group Open. Meanwhile, Dong Gi-yoon will aim for a birdie on hole 10. It's not the toughest, fairly doable for her. And that stuck them neatly. Good bit of cheer from the crowd, at least she's kept the even. Doesn't matter as long as you don't dip into those positives. A positive is always a negative, isn't it? And that's what it is in the world of golf. Bang Chun-sil will aim for birdie on hole 10. As I said, bit of a casual approach for her. I do love the look. It's gone in with fairly baggy slacks. Just deciding to change her attire a little bit. I don't know if you're a fan of golf attire, but I'm always excited to see colors and different combinations. Kim Shi-yoon goes next. Remember, she was runner-up last year in this event. She's using a 6-iron as she tees off for hole 12. And it looks like she just might have hit the cat box too. Kim Min-sol still trying to get through her challenges. And she'll be pleased. She's got through that for the time being. Seokyu Rim on to her second effort for hole 11. On tees off for hole 12. She's going in with a 6-iron. It's a par 3. The hole-in-one event here. And it's interesting to see whether the golfers can really pull through this. I would say not really a bad effort. Just off, sits on the shoulder of the green. Shouldn't be too much of a worry for her, but Bang Chun-sil meanwhile needs to tap that in gently. That's exactly what she does to finish on par. She's kept an even score right here at hole 10. On to her second effort. That's for hole 11, 227 meters to cover. Elevation of 6.3 meters. Oh, that's a handy and powerful effort, I would say. She's got herself plumb onto the green. Puts herself in good contention of a birdie too. So Young needs to get out of the beach. At hole 13, that's exactly what she does. I think she's powered that a bit too much, and that's just going to sail outside. Oh, stays in the carpet area. Sol will tee off for hole 11.
Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. 아주 메인. 조금 껴있고. 이게 왼쪽으로 가세요.
Bit of a semicircle there, almost looks like a planetary formation. Always love our drone shots on that. Bunsen Sill will tee off for hole 11 now. Remember, it's a 475 meters, quite the distance to travel. I should say that's well played by her. If you're in. It's another well played shot. Back to Dong-Gyun. She tees off for hole 11. Sitting there in that trio with Bunsen Sill. Remember what I said earlier, it's 132 players.
Oh, nice shot.
A bit of a follow through in that lovely form from Dong-Gyun. Well crafted. She's travelled a good bit on the fairways as well. I think just giving that ball a bit of legs. That's really the crux of the matter, isn't it? Just to be well sure that you can further things a bit more. Always a bit of joy in that. Marciong needs to finish on par. Remember, she sat right on the shoulder. think she'll be happy to get through that challenge. It was just a little bit of a worry for her. She was trying to get through. Hyun Jo's had a very interesting last year. She won her main event in a sophomore year, but it's left to be seen whether she can really perform, the way that she would like to this time. Shiyun, also pretty much at the peak of her powers. Also Min finishes with the birdie. She's had 2 bogeys there in the first 9, so she'll be happy. Meanwhile, Kim Si-yoon, she's carrying a 2 on the score, needs to finish this own part to keep the score untouched. And I should say that's well played. She'll be happy with her efforts, there's no doubt about it. That's what's really required at a time like this. Kim Min-sol. I think she's going to be happy about that. Just what was needed more than anything else. Dong Gyun once again looking to continue with that fine form that she just kind of started with.
70, 80밖에 안 남았어. 8번은 솔직히 지금 라이트까지 다 페어웨이니까 라이트랑 벙커 사이 떨어지면 괜찮아. 좀 아파라.
Hong Sun-sil meanwhile needs to get out of the rough. It's been a tough call for some of the golfers, really trying to nail, what they've been trying to do in terms of, just being able to score those points, and getting the birdies has been a bit of a worry because Kim Go-hwi still sits at the top there. Now it's from a quintet, it's down to a quartet in tied second with Ko Ji-won, Kim Hyun-moon, Kim Si-yoon, and Lee Dae-yeon. There's still a lot more to play for. There's still a lot more to go as far as this event is concerned. So it's going to take a bit of time. But some of the golfers still have the ability and of course, the opportunity to be able to, power through with whatever they're doing. So stay with us, don't go anywhere as we continue with our coverage of the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korea Women's Open Golf Championship being played right here at the Lakewood Country Club House and it's of course right here in the Yangtze Gyeonggi-do, Korea Republic. Stay with us, don't go anywhere as the action continues. The leaderboard, as you can see, still Kim Go-hui 2, who finished in the early part of the day, leading the way with a 4 under.
거리 와.
So Dong-Gyun will have to look at finishing on par for this. He's definitely keen on pulling in a birdie here. Marcio Young gets a good bit of a curve on that with the direction. Monson Sil will aim for birdie on hole 11. 11.1 meters. Almost hit it, didn't she? Got about 10.1 in. And she'll clean that up easy. No need to wait for too long. Go Chung-Wei aims for birdie on hole number 12. It's going just past the destination. It's going to be interesting to see how she performs this year. She's always one of the mainstays, well, in the final round to its finale. Another exceptional golf talent, but yeah, it's over to Dong-Gyun. Looking to finish on par for hole 11. Lee Dong-Gyun has actually, well, trimmed off a lot in the last, well, year or so. Just got a lot more buffed. Probably, you know, changed her workout routine. I mean, she was always fit, there's no doubt about it. But just looks like she's looking trimmer. But as I said, always fit, doesn't make a difference. Elsewhere on the course now. Here's Marcio Young aiming to finish on par for hole 14. It's going to be a Cuban for her. Would have liked to have finished it clean, but I have to wait her turn. Also Lin goes next. She's going with the 6-iron. And just towards the end of the carpet area, put yourself in good stead.
앞에 카트길에 움직이지 말아주세요. 플레이하겠습니다.
It's back to the hole in one. This, of course, is par 3. Very, very interesting. Hole number 12. Siokyo Rim will, well, put her best club forward. 162 meters, and that club is a 6-iron, literally. Leon will aim for birdie on hole 13. 25 meters. Still a bit of a distance if you talk about it. Well, sometimes you just want to put in your best Kim Min-joo onto a second stroke for hole 14. Kim Chi-yoon aiming for birdie on hole 13. It is quite a distance for her to cover, to be fair. A bit of applause, and well deserved, I should say, this time around. Oh Soo-min has been performing well. Very, very energetic today on the course. That's kind of exciting to see that. Seok Rim will aim for birdie on hole number 12. She should be able to pull in with a good effort here. Always has the ability to create something unique with what she does. It's going to be a bit of a test for Seok Rim, keeping in mind the fact that she just won the previous event. Meanwhile, Jun Yi-sung gets ready with the 6 iron or for her approach shot on hole 13. Kim Min-joo will go next. .5 meters. It's never really easy, but I think she's done fairly well to get close enough. It's simply tapped in and well done. Woo Seung-hui, second effort for hole number 13. That's well done by her to push it on to the green. Very well played. Easy does it, I would have believed. That's what you really want at this point of time. You want to come in with, very strong effort, create something strong. A beautiful view there of the course. Keep in mind this course, of course, is the Lakewood Country Clubhouse. It's located at Forest Road at Mansong Road, 244 Yangju-si, Gyeonggi-do. Top tier clubhouse. Harmonizes luxurious European style design, lighting and environment. Composed of a fantastic theme of a clubhouse on the water. Was conceived by the mind of Dennis Stone. Oh Min looking to finish on par. And she'll be glad about that. She will definitely be glad about that. Junhee Sung needs to get out of a troubled spot. Should have been shot for a birdie, but 13 meters to the hole. Needs to get out of the cat box. And it's well played. Very well played by her. .405 meters, par 4 for the asking. Hole number 13, 14 meters width, and that is the safe zone that you want to play within on the fairways. Min will tee off for hole number 13. 405 meters to cover, remember. She's got a 1 over score, and I'm sure that she'd love to change that around as much as she can. It's really at times like this when you do have a golfers try and bring in their best. It's never an easy task. Seo Kyu-rim will tee off next. Himself. We'll look to find her destiny now. She tees off for hole number 12. It's well played by her. Gets a good bit of push on that too.
떨어진 거 중계탑 떨어진데.
Talk about power behind that. Kim and Sol really pushing it as best as she can. Seung-hui crafting her way through. Meanwhile, Dong Gi-yoon will tee off for hole 12. It's a very important event for her to see how well, she plays this, more importantly than anything else. Over to Junhee Sung as she looks to finish on par for hole number 13. Needs to try and save those points. Well, one of the things when you do land up, hitting that bogey area is does mar your performance, and the fact that the next day can be a bit daunting. Soo-hyung looking to finish on par. Just lead Aeon. Second effort for hole 14. 181 meters to cover. She's gone in with a 4-iron. Dong-gyun needs to aim for a birdie. We'll have to craft this well. That's just going to sail past the flagstick for the time being. Also Min, second effort for hole 13. She's going to go with the 7-iron. 133 meters to cover. Shi-yoon. It's going to be a second effort for hole 14. Well played by her, I do believe. Another good bit of an effort. I do believe one of the good things about today's event has been the fact that it's not been too much of a worry as far as, well, the weather is concerned. It's been fairly decent. Kim Min-joo goes next. It's well played by her. Bang Shin-sil. It's going to be her second stroke for hole 12. Ouch! Well, that's got to be... That's got to be one stubborn ball. Changed its mind at the last minute. Just said I'm going to give Bang Shin-sil a few worries here. She will have the last say all the same. That's what she does, isn't it? She comes out with such wonderful putts and such wonderful drives sometimes. Han Jung-min will go next. It's going to be her third effort for hole 15, 85 meters to cover. Looking to finish on par for hole 12. And that's a Bang Shin-sil moment for her. That just lipped out. It's well played. A bogey on the last hole. Wasn't too happy about that. Well, I wouldn't be if I was in her place either. Lead on, 29 meters to cover now. Decent effort from her. That's a bit of a chirp. Kim Min-sol can finish on par here for hole 12. Just needs to focus. And she's played that well. That was so needed to, keep herself in good stead. Seo-kyurin aim for birdie on hole 13. It's a good bit of a distance. There's a few challenges down there as well, the slope does curve downwards quite a bit. And that's going to turn away. Kim Ji-yoon will aim for birdie on hole number 14. Also has a good bit of distance to cover. Nicely done by her. zoom in. It's been quite a joy to watch. Good bit of well, energy there on the course today. She's been a fair bit jumpy, and that's what you want to see. You want to see golfers who are relaxed, golfers who are in a thought process, and golfers, of course, who are just energetic and, you know, alive. And she's been one of those golfers who's been very active here today. Kim Min-joo needs to finish on par for hole 15. Bounce and Sill being out for hole 13. It's a bit of a stretch for her, but does want to stay well on course for a chance to make the grid for the next day. So here we have it. Kim Ga-hui still at the top with that 4 under, and you've got a quintet back again with Ko Ji-won, Kim Hyo-moon, Choi Yi-bon, Kim Shi-yoon, and Lee Da-yeon, who are in tied second. Shi-yoon and Da-yeon are still well on the course, while the rest have pretty much finished their efforts for the day. There's still a lot more to come here in terms of well, the action and the contest, which of course has been fairly well easy. Golfers really not hitting their stride today. Tomorrow you'll see a massive change for certain. So the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korean Women's Open in this year, 2026, of course, will continue. So stay with us, don't go anywhere, as our golfers still try their level best to make it. Remember, they've got to get into, well, day 2, and it's a 4-day event, which means if you don't peak today, many of the golfers will start peaking tomorrow, because making day 3 is even more crucial than making day 2. Stay with us. Bangchan Sil with the second effort. It'll be very interesting to see how well she can play this out. Because one of the key factors involved in Bangchan Sil's play, of course, is that heavy reliance on, massive stroke play more than anything else. Now, Kim Min Sol onto her second effort. Lee Dong-gyun going in with that 9-9. And all eyes will be on her because she's the defending champion in this event. Left to be seen, what she can come up with. She's got the ability to always create something special. It's got a massive fan following. Just like some of the other golfers, including Park Hyun-kyung, Seo Rim. So the 14th hole, 383 meters, par 4. 150 meters are we looking at, the safe zone right there on the fairways. Good opportunity for a few of the golfers to shine here today. Also Min teeing off for hole 14. She's been quite a joy to watch in action. Bangchan Sil will go next, needs to get off the rough. Here she is for hole number 13. Not too far away from her destination, to be fair. It's gently picked up. Does get a cheer from the crowd, as always. Meanwhile, Ryo Seung-hui on to her third effort for hole 14. She'll be very keen on making a difference here. Kim and Sol, opportunity to get back to an even score right here on hole 13. Junhee Sung, third stroke for hole 14. Well, we were playing the mountain for the out and the forest for the in. So Lee Dong-hyun, here she is aiming for birdie on hole 13. Will have to settle for an on par finish. Well, there are just those days when you need to come up with something different. Roh Seung-hui looking to do that as she will aim to finish on par, just misses out on hole 14. Kim Min-sol looking to finish on par for hole 13. Well played by her. It's just what the doctor ordered more than anything else. It's over to Oh So-min. Another chance to really make this count. She has been at the top of the game. That's what I meant. Really great energy, really good, well, demeanor today, and that's kept the cheer up. Bang Chun-sil finishes on par for hole 13. Much needed. So over to Ma So-young. Another smart bit of play from her. Lee Dong-hyun looking to finish on par for hole 13. And that's well played. Seo-kyu Rim. Third effort for hole 14. Well, certainly needs to up her efforts here. De Jong, meanwhile, aims for birdie on hole 15. It's a good chance for her. 16.3 meters. Well, earn that 1 underscore, and we'll be hoping to just increase that. Bit of a distance to travel. And she's just sailed past the tin cup. Kept herself fairly close to it, though. Also Min, meanwhile. Kim Ji-yoon will aim for birdie on hole 15. It's going to be a very interesting time for her. Kurim looking to finish on par, and she'll be pleased this bunch that she's finally done that. Nong Shin Sil will tee off for hole 14. Dong-gyun teeing off for hole 14. It's been an interesting, well, day for her. She's, I did say this, you know, she's the defending champion, but she struggled a bit. You know, had, well, that bogey that really started to mar her performance as she was moving along, and I think that that's worried her a tad bit. And I think what's going to be the most interesting is to see how Dong-gyun performs here today, because she definitely would want to stay alive at the title defense more than anything else. And also Min will be a happy camper to stay with that even score. She's got 4 more holes to play for, 1 over for the time being. Kim Min-ju looking to finish on par for hole 16. And I think she's just going to be pleased this bunch and able to nail that. Number of the golfers, well, just missing out on what should have been surefire birdies here today, and I think that that's been a tad bit of a worry for them. So it'll be interesting to see what they can come up with at this point of time. Long still on to a second effort for hole 14. She knows she can make this count. Sol, second effort on hole 14, an approach shot that needs 156 meters well to be traveled. She's got a lot of club on that, that's for certain. That's gonna, well, just get that ball to travel a lot further than she would have expected or would have desired, to be precise. Dong-Yun will go next. It's going to be her approach shot for hole 14. 4.6 meters is the elevation we're looking at, 151 meters to cover. Lovely scenic view. Remember the concept, a course on water. It's supposed to be, we're back down to a quartet and tied second with Ko Ji-won, Choi Yi-bon, Kim Hyo-moon and Kim Shi-yoon. Kim Ga-hui still continues to reign at the top as Queen Bee with that 4 underscore that she, well, earned in the early part of the day. So it's going to be interesting to see if someone can better that. And I'm sure that, well, the intention is definitely there, you know, to do that. So still a good bit of action left here at the Lakewood Country Clubhouse. It's been a very, very interesting day for us so far. And golfers still warming up more than anything else, getting used to what, well, they want to do or want to come up with. And it's going to take a bit of time for them to really, you know, craft their way out. So stay with us, don't go anywhere as the action continues right here in the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korea Women's Open.
예. 라인 자체를 좀 열로 들어와도 돼. 여기 좀 잡히니까 먼저 지나가도 되니까 조금 가도 되니까. 시바는 천장을 쳐야 돼. 앞에는 좀 잡혀 쳐줘야 돼. 왼쪽 돌 거니까.
Talk about a bit of joy, and that's what you need at this point of time, I do believe. And that's so needed, especially when, even most of the golfers haven't been getting their birdies. And they definitely would like to, nail things as soon as possible. And that's another one into the rough here. Zoom in onto hole 15. Just gone in with the 7-iron. Does cover a good bit of ground, has got herself into the carpet area, but will she be able to, nail that? I think that's a big question here. Lee Dong-gyun up next. She's carrying a 4 over for the time being. Has really tried to dig deep in today's event, and I think that's been a bit of a worry for Dong-gyun. Ma Se-young, meanwhile, looking to finish her day's event. Needs to get a birdie here on hole 18. And we'll be glad to just finish off what she started. Not so young. One of the joys of having a good caddy around, they always take the stress off you. Great advice. Bong Chun-sil finishes on par once again. And I do believe that one of the things that's really marring her performance here today is the fact that she hasn't been able to get past that. It's almost like she's stuck in a bit of a block. Meanwhile, Shiyun has had enough of sitting on the beach. It's time to get out of it. Don't think she was the most pleased with that shot, but she'll accept it the way it is. Kim Min-sol, meanwhile, looks to finish on par for hole 14. And it's well played by her. Very well played. Kim Shiyun goes next. Remember, very important for her. She's looking to finish on par. Had a bit of a tough shot earlier. She'll be happier with this effort. Lee Dong-gyun needs to finish on par here. That's exactly what she does. Much needed. Seokyu Rim. Sure she would like to have bettered her performance too. But as I said this earlier, it hasn't been easy for many of our golfers, especially regarding those birdies. There are some days when everything just works fine and you'll just hit your stride, and then there are days where things work differently. Bong Chun-sil will tee off for hole 15. She's one of the golfers to watch out for because she's really been in very, very good stead. Meters, the safe zone there on the fairways for hole 15. 416 meters to cover. It's a par 4 that we're looking at. So we're now to Kim Min-sol as she looks to, get in on the action here for hole 15. Time to tee off. think it's been an interesting event for her so far. Dong-Yoon will go next. .416 meters in all, par 4. Dong-Yoon sitting with that 4 over score for the time being. Minju going in with the 7-iron. It's an interesting equation for her as well. Also in. What will be the outcome of her event here? I think that's going to be interesting to find out. Shiyun. Will bogey hole number 16. She's got to try and avoid, well, any other dangers here for the time being. I think she'll be fairly pleased with her efforts here. No zoom in. Maybe trying to make that tip more than anything. Beautiful layout there, as you can see. I always call it Legoland, especially when you get, well, the crowd's coming in tomorrow. That's going to be an entirely different story. Function Sill. What can she do here? Back to Kim Bin Sol. been a very interesting day for her. And 47 meters. Given 141 meters that she's looking at. This approach shot will matter for her. Remember, she's only on hole 15. There's still a good bit more to play for. That's what you precisely need at a time like this more than anything else. Shiyun. Look to finish on par for hole 13. She's had, well, her work cut out for her. It hasn't been the easiest, to be fair. Manju will go next. And that's well played by her. Chani Sung tees off for hole number 17. Hasn't really crafted too much here today. Sits with the 2 over score. Don't think that that was originally the intention, but nobody really intends to come up with anything else but the best here. But it's just the way the cookie crumbles and how things pan out normally. That's a good bit of a whip in that. Bit of coaxing will always help from, well, the fans, family, friends, the crowd. everyone, well, that's turned up here today. Bang Chansel, of course, has had a very, very interesting day. I do believe she would like to, well, make the difference here today, Bang Chansel. That's definitely what she'll be keen on doing. I think some of our golfers really looking at one of the beautiful things about this time of year, of course, is while you do have, well, you know, towards autumn you'll find a lot of the leaves going dry. This is pretty much the spring summer time when you're looking at a really wonderful, you know, green, clean and green kind of environment, and it really makes a, you know, big difference in terms of well, how things work. So interesting here to have a look at how our golfers, of course, do enjoy the moment. Now Oh So-min will go next. Just going in with a 9-iron. I think she would have liked to have done a lot better than that. She's still stuck on that. One over. So Kim Gahui still lying up there with that 4 under. It's now down to a trio of Ko Ji-won, Choi Yi-bon and Kim Hyo-moon with 2 under and tied second. It's been a bit of a trying time for them, to be fair, and I do believe they would like to, you know, come up with the goods, do a little bit better than they have, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. Horseman still keeping the chur about herself. Still very, very well keen on pushing as far as she can. And Dong-gyun will get a chair, a much needed one as well. Well, she's really had the crowd behind her today, and I think that that's been, you know, one of the good elements for her. Roh Seung-hui, meanwhile, misses out on another chance for a birdie. Roh Seung-min, can she finish on par here? That's been her. Well, Roh Seung-min's temperament, as I said earlier, has just been absolutely fantastic. So Bang Chen-sil keeping a cool demeanor as always. Well, when you do want to get the ball, well, just down there, sometimes you might just hit the rough area, and it's just one of those things that pans out. And that's nicely tucked in. Seok-yu Rim has some reason, well, to be happy. Function still gets ready to tee off for hole number 16. It's been a trying time for her as well, but I think she'll be quite happy with the fact that she's been able to do a good bit of work. And somehow you want to try and build towards what you can do in the next few days. But making it through to that next day is the most important part of all. And then Sol teeing off now for hole 16, and we're getting to that part of the day when things start to get even more interesting than they are. Bit of an exodus here. Good weather, lovely setting, great atmosphere. So obviously there's going to be a good bit of a crowd, and that's going to build up in the next few days. Now, this region, of course, known to have mega golf fans. Kim Shi-yoon looking to finish her day off. That should have been an attempt for a birdie, and she's just about missed the mark. A wonderful play from her, though. Shi-yoon looking to do her best. And always a joy when you see that happen. Lee Dae-yeon finishes with a 1 over 34 on the out, 38 on the in. Min will tee off for hole 17. Lee Dong-gyun, it's going to be a second effort for hole 16. It's well played by her. Meanwhile, it's Kim and Sol who go next. Chun-Sil back onto the rough there on hole 16. Kim Chi-yoon needs to finish on par for hole 18. Interesting day for her. She stayed on that 1 under. Remember, she was runner-up here in this event last year, finished with a 12 under score. But definitely be keen on bettering that. So 35 on the out, 36 on the in. 3 bogeys that marred a performance here today. Roh Seung-hui hasn't been among the winners here this year, so it will be very interesting to see how she performs. She's gone in with the 6 iron here. The last time she did win was at the Heaven Masters in the 22nd of June 2025. Kim Chi-yoon, of course, came close last year to a couple of events but missed out. Seok-Yoo Rim, winner of the previous event. She's sitting with a 5 over here. Hasn't been a best. Chance for a birdie here on hole number 17. It's well played by her. She'll be happy about that. She drops down to a 4 under. Oh, Lee Dong-gyun. Almost fine accuracy there from her. Jung Sung looking to finish her day off. Her approach shot for hole 18 will be very important to see how she finishes this. Talk about one stubborn little ball. Kong Chun-Sil. It's nicely done by her. .384 meters, par 4 for the asking on hole 18. It's a very, very interesting one. Let's remind you once again that this is the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korea Women's Open Golf Championship. My name is Glenn Mascarenas. I've been with you right through day 1, and I'm going to be with you for the next 3 days as well. And looking to tee off here, Seok-Yoo Rim for hole 18. It's a par 4, 384 meters. She gets right behind that. Now the 39th Open, which was also known as the DB, due to a different sponsor, DB, Korea Women's Open Golf Championship last year was about 1.2 billion Korean won, the prize money, 785,965 USD, and that's changed now. It's now 982,456 USD because it's moved up from 1.2 to 1.5 billion. That's what the 40th Korea Women's Open Golf Championship is, and that's pretty much in wane or comes right on the heels of the previous tournament, which was the Suyuk Bank MBN Ladies, which was the Celtrian Queens Masters, also 1.5 billion Korean won. Osman tees off now. And to be honest, it has been, these are the two biggest earners so far in the year. We've got the BC Card Hanking Open, which happens on the 23rd of August, which has the same prize money. Also the KB Financial Group Golden Life Championship on the 13th September, and the Hana Financial Group Championship 20th September, and the Hyde Gendra Championship 4th October all have the same prize money. But this is only the second time this year that we're looking at 1.5 billion Korean won after the Celtrian Queens Masters, which has just gone by. That was the finale was on the 7th of June. Talking about juniors, Jun Yi-sung, she attempts a birdie. She's just going to fall shy off it. Lee Dong-gyun. Will finish on par for hole 16, and that's a bit of joy for her. Ryo Seung-wi will aim for birdie on hole 18. Chance to finish with a smile. And that's going to be denied, so she'll have to finish with, well, an on-par finish. .36 on the out, 37 on the in. Hasn't been a best performance, a 2-over score. Lee Dong-gyun tees off for hole number 17. Par 3 for the asking here. Also in second effort for hole 18, going with the par 4. Bang Sun-sil teeing off for hole 17. Sol will tee off next. Her choice this time, a 5-iron. Par 3 for the asking. Remember, it's a hole-in-one event, hole number 17. And if you ask me, have we seen any of those to date? Well, not since I've been getting a view of the event.
마이크 안쪽을 보는 거. 여기는 어차피 막혀있잖아.
Check your rim, just getting a word there from the caddy.
이
More about the
말뚝이랑
vision, the distance.
해저드 라인 사이니까 그냥 여기까지 나올 것 같은데 아예?
Line
아예
as well.
아, 쏘리. 가까운 게. 그거 괜찮잖아. 전화번호 없어. 어. 네. 엣지까지 195거든. 왜냐면 내가 그 걸은 재서도 저기 헤르트 빨간 말뚝까지 내가 75, 95. 몇 프로? 응. 딱 놓고 일단 거기서 쓰고 본다 생각하고.
Check your rim will really have to gauge a shot well.
한동 약간 불안한 게 있어? 아니면 그냥 완전 괜찮아? 오케이. 나이스 살짝 왼쪽.
It's a third effort for hole 18. She's had a few worries here today. Function sill. Donghyun has had a very, very interesting day, and I do believe she'll be very keen on, well, trying to figure out what she can do, what she can come up with. There was a good bit of cheer when she was able to, well, nail that, shot earlier, and I think that's very important for her at this point of time. Hasn't been her best efforts. She's had a few worries to go through.
대략 거리 얼마 보이세요?
50?
50m? 그 마이크랑 큰 사람 요즘에 어디가 더 가까운지 한번 봐주세요. 자, 안 걸리는 쪽까지 나오셨나요?
Shokurim really hitting, well, a bit of trouble here. Would have definitely have liked to have had it a tad bit easier. Here's Kim Min-sol aiming for birdie on hole number 17. It's going to be important to see how she finishes. And it's well played by her.
스윙 좋아요. 스윙 좋아요. 그냥 좋아요.
Sioku Rim still trying to find a way back. Few ups and downs literally along the way. And happens to the best of us. You just hit a rough spot and then, you need to try and get yourself out of it. Here's Oh Min looking to finish her day's event. Still kept that energy up. It's a chance for a birdie on hole 18. It's going to be quite a challenge, but I wouldn't put it past any golfer and what they can do. Dong Hyun has done well. Sioku Rim looking to end her troubles here. Kang Shin-sil looking to finish on par. That's exactly what she does.
X로 나는 41 나오는 맞아? 38? 콕콕 40 여기 40 플러스 40에 47 되겠지? 아니? 그냥 바로 가도 되지 않을까?
Sioku Rim
한 이렇게 돼 있어.
has got a distance to travel here.
한만 조금 써. 분명히.
And finally a bit of relief for her, I do believe. Talk about a good whip inside that, and that's exactly what Kim Min-sol does, getting a good bit of body behind that. I think that was always the intention. She wanted to, push it as far as she can. Dong Hyun up next. as she tees off for hole 18. It's going to be interesting to see how she finishes this event, because she's had, well, still that 4 over to contend with, which hasn't been very desirable.
고맙습니다.
Mountains Hill goes next. Quick run from her. Your rim. We'll try and finish with the bogey rather than take it further. And that's just going to be a bit of an undoing for her. I do believe she was going great guns for much of this day. And Sioki Rim finishes with 39 on the out, 38 on the in. The double bogey just really lending a little bit of trouble to what would have been a very, very fine day for her. Osterman looking to finish on par. Very well played by her. 38 on the out. She's improved that with 34 on the in and a 1 over score. So Kim Ga-hui is still at the top of the heap with that 4 under. Koji Won, Choi Yi-bon and Kim Hyo-min are tied second. It's going to be interesting to see how this day well finishes off. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. Kim Min-sol will look to find her destiny here. That's well played by her. Would have liked to have got it onto the carpet area, but she'll have to settle for that for the time being. Bang Sil will go next. ...136 meters. Well played by her. Lee Dong-gyun. 125 meters. This approach shot will matter to her. Lee Dong-gyun will just soak it all up. She's had I would say a bit of a trying day. It hasn't been the easiest. I don't know if you've got a chance to, well, watch that promo intently, but beautifully done. The passing of the trophy from hand to hand, and then Lee Dong-gyun leaving it vacant for this year. And it'll be interesting to see, well, who actually, well, takes the glory. So there's always a good bit of, well, work that goes into, well, these promos and putting them together. 24 meters to the hole here for Kim Min-sol. And she'll have to wait for a little bit. Definitely a chance here to make it count for certain. Bang still getting those cheers as always. there's always going to be a good amount of well, encouragement for her, and she knows that. Does play to the gallery very often, looking to finish on par here for hole 18. She's at 1 over, and there we have it. So 2 bogeys and a birdie, 36 on the out, 36 on the in, keeping the balance. And I think she's done fairly well here. So that lipped out. She's had a few of them here today. But she'll be happy to have finished the job and just got on with it, rather than having lingered. Dong-Yun will go next. It's going to be interesting to see how she pushes through this. Dong-Yun would have been very keen on finishing well with the birdie here. It would have been good for her, just good for morale more than anything else. Kim and Sol can't finish on par.
Nice par!
I should be happy to have finished with an even score. 37 on the out, 35 on the in. She's had an eagle in there on the second hole as well. Bit of a trying day for her, but an interesting one, and I think she's provided quite the joy for all those that have turned up to well support her in today's event. So I think that's interesting, and that's what you really want to see in an event like this. Dong-Yun meanwhile looking to finish on par. And that's a positive note for her as well, although she finishes with a 4 over. 4 bogeys in there, 39 on the out and 36 on the in. Not really the finest, but I think she'll be happy to have just got on with it more than anything else. And I think that is very, very important. So Kim Ga-hui finishes with a 4 under. She still stayed in that spot. Ko Ji-won, Choi Yi-bon and Kim Hyo-min are in tied second with 2nd under, with Choi Ka-bin, Park Bo-kyung, Kim Gyu-bin and Ma Si-young with 1 under in tied 5th. And they of course have a good bit of companions in there. So it hasn't been the most productive day in terms of what we would call one of those strong ones. Now, here we have the tied 9s with Yang Yun-soo, Moon Ah-rin, Jun Yuri, Yu Gi-na, Hyun Se-rin, Kim Min-ju, Shin Ji-ai, and Park Dan-yu, all with even scores. So, not the brightest, not the most, I would say, interesting in terms of what we would have expected today. But having said that, it's going to be interesting to see what the ladies can come up with tomorrow. And I think that that's the part that really matters to us all. So we'll find out tomorrow when we get back onto the course as to who will come up with the goods. Once again, let me remind you that this was day one in the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korea Women's Open. My name is Glenn Mascarenas. I was keeping you company right through this event, and I'll be with you, or I'll keep you company for the next 3 days as well. So I'll see you again tomorrow afternoon. To have a lovely rest of this evening, and thank you once again for joining us to enjoy the action of the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korea Women's Open. Bye-bye for now.